Welcome back, my soldiers of love, my twin flames, twin souls, soul flames, soul mates, whatever humanly title you would like to put on it. Welcome, frontliners, light workers, frontline light workers. Welcome. It is a pleasure, my pleasure, to be joining you today. Um, to on this beautiful Sunday, to let you know what the energy is in the collective and what's going on between the divine masculine energy and the divine feminine energy. Just a small recap. This is the week. This is going to be for the week of the 8th, the 7th or the 8th. I can't remember. Um, I think it's this. I think it's the 8th, the week of the 8th. Um, okay. First, let me acknowledge my creator, the creator of all souls, the creator of the first gods and goddesses, Asar, Sin, and Haru, the first Holy Trinity, um, and the obelisk, making it four, the four ones over there. I also want to acknowledge the actual gods and goddesses. Thank you for the steps that you've taken to show us what unconditional love was or is. If you don't know that story of Asara, Set, and Haru, I would urge you to Google it or look it up on YouTube. You may hear her, our Queen Mother, also named, they have renamed her Mary, but she was Aset. They also call her Isis, and the King Father, goddess of the Holy Trinity, Asar. They actually call him Osiris. Those are the Greek terms. So you can Google that story, Haru or Horus. Horus is his Greek name. So you may Google that story and let me know what you think about it in the comments. Um, but moving right along, I also want to acknowledge my ancestors, my whole Ascension team, all of my ancestors that choose to help me, that serve my highest good at this time. I also want to acknowledge the 12 archangels, the seven. Also want to acknowledge um, the eyes of Allah. Um, I also want to acknowledge the animal plant kingdom, the water kingdom, mineral kingdom, um, and I think that's everybody. Any way shores, guides that choose to help us ascend at this time because we need it. And let's move on. I have all of the elements present. Let's get started with the reading. Um, okay, so Divine Feminine this week will be the Magician. She will be the Magician because she is manifesting. She has everything. She has the wand. She has the sword. She also has a cup. She has everything she needs to manifest things on this earthly plane this week. Also, she has the green light. You can tell in this card, this individual is green. Divine feminines have the green light to make their wishes come true. And that was clarified with the fulfillment of wishes card, which is the Nine of Cups. Because by now, all feminines watching this, all feminine energy that is watching this video should understand where we are in this journey, and she should have found the three. Because when she finds the three, she'll find the one, because one is of the three, and three is definitely of the one. So I do my spreads in threes. That is the true Holy Trinity. That is harmony, balance, creativity, joy, imagination. That's being aligned with divine energy. But, so Divine Feminine's experiencing, back to the subject, Divine Feminine experiencing the new beginnings. She's becoming a leader and ascended master, and she's ambitious in this. And this is a twin soul we're talking about here, where the twin souls are. By now you would probably know if you were a twin soul. Because by now you probably would know your twin. If you're watching this video and you don't know your twin, you may not be a twin, but that's okay, because you're still in this war of love, of light and dark, holding in, anchoring the light. We're all light workers if you're watching this video. But if you're a twin, if you're on the sidelines watching another twin get crucified, you may or may not be a twin. However, that's not important, because everyone is needed to anchor in this light, to usher in this new earth. So, this reading is for the twin souls specifically, because there's a lot going on, and the frontliners need to understand that they're not alone. I understand what it's like to be, set apart, to sacrifice, to be crucified. I understand what that's like, and I watch other light workers who don't go through the same, so that is the difference. Twin souls are the frontliners. Understand that. Okay, back to the Divine Feminine. So Divine Feminine is getting the Nine of Cups. We're working our way to the 10. However, we're at the 9, fulfillment of wishes. But there goes that solar plexus card. That solar plexus card here is also evident in this Nine of Cups card, that yellow. That yellow is now stating, which I think it stated in the last reading that I did, that I can. No, I think it was I am. Did I pull both? Not sure. Anyway, this is I can. Divine Feminine. Once you find your confidence to understand that you are the ultimate manifester, that you've done this many lifetimes, then you'll be able to bring down from the 5th dimension and above down to the 3rd dimension here. And this is even saying 3rd dimension. Once you believe, you can achieve. All right, Divine Masculine. He's the Hierophant this week. Divine Masculine is receiving higher counsel. He is gaining spiritual wisdom through his commitment to his feminine. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. His love in this relationship is going to deeper roots. It's going to deeper levels. Um, he is getting messages from the higher realms. And the energy between the divine ones is the justice card. There is law, and I know you guys can see that with all of the um, protest and the demanding for justice. Well, justice is here upon the land, and it's definitely between the divine couple, divine counterparts as well. Um, the natural order is returning to earth. There are certain beings right now that want to keep so many people oppressed and keep knowledge oppressed and keep people feeling like they're subhuman or subpar when it's actually the opposite. If you are melanated, you are the oldest, you are the oldest uh, beings on this planet. So that's one reason for your crucifixion. Um, and people are being called now to submit to higher logic and higher planes. There's a lot of karma playing out. There's a lot of accountability, um, fairness, and truth is going on between the divine couple. Um, that card, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to show you. So the divine masculines clarifiers, it's the 4 wands with foundations and achievements. That is what is happening through his partnerships and alliances that will be coming in. With the justice, the divine couple will be receiving the justice they deserve in an accelerated motion. However, once they change their perspectives in the hangman position, see, that's a 12. 12 is 3. 3 is um, the Holy Trinity. Getting that mind, body, and soul to cooperate as one, to function as one, accelerates this motion of justice, being aligned with divine energy, divine thoughts, being divine would accelerate this motion towards this justice. Um, I wanted to recap last week. Last week was interesting. This card on the floor, up, 2 of Cups was on the floor. So this week you should be experiencing this combining of energies. Your Kundalini rising, his is rising. It is a snake that ate its own tail. See with the infinity symbol there, and that's also clarified with that number 8 card and its accelerated motion. So things are looking good for the twins. I remember when mostly all were in separation. At this point, if you're still in separation and you are a twin, not just a soldier of love, which is just a light worker, but if you are a twin, you will be coming into union as soon in divine time, and as soon as you've worked out the lessons, you will be in union. And don't rush it. This is your life. This is all been orchestrated to let you work at your own pace. Let me go to the next card. If you're in separation or even if you're in union, let's get some heal yourself cards. For the feminine, Divine, can I please have a heal yourself card for Divine Feminine? Divine Feminine, you are the magician, and you can also be the self-sabotager. So do not self-sabotage. I felt this energy last week. Self-sabotage. So those that are here watching this, do not self-sabotage your manifestations. The energy last week, the karmic energy sought out to not a person. Now this kid, people can carry and carry this energy with them if they allow it in, but the karmic energy sought to divide and conquer the divine union by putting thoughts into your head. And remember, we are not our thoughts. So the thought was put into my head, and it was so real. And I couldn't do a video because I wanted to, it was all destruction. It had me in my lower self, and I had to really fight, but I won the battle. My higher self is going to always win because I'm conscious. And so, you know, if you guys are, I don't know where you are on your journey, but if you experience that, doubt, uncertainty about your union, then you may be, because that energy, that's what that energy set out to do, was to bring in, you see those dark energies came in, blew out your light, and I experienced this, blew out your light so that you can doubt your union and yourself, and, smother your light, basically. So just by using your higher self and higher thoughts and higher logic, like the Divine Masculine is going to do, the Divine Masculine energy is going to do this week, you can overcome and graduate to the next level. Every time we overcome a level, we ascend. We ascend every time we overcome a level. Alright, so let me get a heal yourself card. So Divine Feminine, do not self-sabotage. Allow the divine in the universe to help you to manifest. Because it's important for the twins to manifest right now. So, home is the next card. Oh, and that self-sabotage was a 2, just like this spiritual union. Do not self-sabotage your union, because Divine Feminine, if you self-sabotage and you have a twin soul, you are sabotaging yourself. Basically, I mean, you're sabotaging your union as well, is what I mean. Okay, so we got home, and let's pull one more, and pull one more card, see what else comes out for healing ourselves. Oh, and shadow work helps. If you're feeling any lower emotions, write them down. They may not even be yours. Your thoughts that have turned into emotions that you've allowed into your being. Nothing can come in that you don't invite. So do not invite any lower thoughts in when you're in manifestation mode, Divine Feminine. Because you can't be tricked into waiting to the next cycle. Oh, and Divine Masculine is receiving help from above, which is the number 9 card. So he can give birth to some new ideas or something that's going to help this union. And the energy in between the couple is the home card. just 35, which is 8, which is abundance. So the cards are kind of lining up numerically. Let's see what this home card says. Inner child work. Yep, that's what a lot. Now, if you don't do any inner child work, anything having to do with abandonment issues, abuse, neglect, because all twin souls have gone through that, have had rocky childhoods. Because remember now, we were training, the twin souls were training for this their entire lives. Rejection from your own parents, some of us have been adopted. I mean, we tell the worst stories because we were always in training. So those issues left scars, emotional scars. Those scars have to be written down. You must write them down, and you must iron them out, because the more darkness you can get out of you, the more light can enter into your body, and we need more light, okay? Um, so, um, yeah, you need to write down and speak to your inner child. Speak to your inner child and tell your inner child it's okay, you have it, you're going to protect them, you're going to you're going to parent them. You might not have parents. Most twin souls really did not have parents. When I talk to most, that's one thing across the board. There were no parents. Parents were on drugs. Parents were absent. There wasn't a stable, loving home for you to be comfortable in, because you were not made to be comfortable. Because you would eventually leave your family, and move on to your soul tribe. So everybody that's in love is not a twin soul. It's hilarious to me how people who've never gone through anything can sit back and, no sacrifice whatsoever, and just be like, I'm a twin soul. Well, what are you fighting? Because you're not fighting sitting back having tea, chilling, making money, doing readings. If you're not on that front line, if you're not on the front lines, you may just be a light worker, and that's fine. Everybody has a role to play. But being on the front line is not an easy job. It was never easy. It's not easy now. It's sort of like was the so-called, what people call Jesus, or Yeshua, when he was being hung or being assassinated. Was he with people? Well, not in his own mission. In his own mission, he was alone. However, those who have walked in his footsteps, or who have stood on the front lines, are being tested and tried. So if you're sitting back in harmony and peace with the majority of the people around you, you may just be a light worker in the background and not on the front lines, if that's clear. But you can hit me up in my email if you want to further discuss it. I didn't come here to appease people. I came here to trigger and to assist, not to pacify. Challenge. That is who I am. I am a twin soul. There's no doubt about it. Sometimes in Joshua may not have, Yahshua or Yeshua may not even been the most popular person. Most of the ones who are the truly chosen ones are not the most popular ones. We the least popular ones. So it's hilarious to me to sit back and watch A lot of people sit back and get rich off this twin soul thing when there are people who really need guidance. Well, I am here, and I understand, and this thing is real, and I don't make a dime off of this. And that's fine, because this is what I came to do. This is what I was reincarnated here, brought back. This is what I came to do. This is what my ancestors assist me with on planet Earth, planet Gaia, whatever you want to call her. We are here to help her ascend. It's not about likes. It's not about following. I don't care if I don't have not one like. I'm going to speak the message and keep it moving. And that is my duty as a twin soul. Let's see, okay. And that didn't stem from childhood. I was set apart, but I had the people of substance that I got along with, and so that was cool to me. A lot of things, a lot of people have to be around a lot of people because of their childhood. I'm cool with being alone and being set apart, because I've always been a trendsetter because of that. Like, people follow me because I'm not a follower. So it's cool being a twin soul. So if you're going through a lot of, wondering where you fit in this world, your friends have fallen off, because I can tell you another thing. If you're on this spiritual journey correctly, you're not having a lot of friends right now at this moment. You don't even think the same. You don't act the same. You have your spiritual awakening. You can't take anybody with you. You have that awakening alone. If you still have the same people that you're in contact with and you're hanging around, and you have not accelerated, you could use some more. You could ascend higher. Okay, so let me get to work your light cards for all the souls, the beautiful souls that are watching. So we have, just say yes to ascension. And there's 3 people in there. That's that Holy Trinity. Say yes to connecting your mind, your body, and your spirit. Yes to ascension. It's time to ascend to a higher state of mind. Heaven, metaphysically, is the mind. That is the first Hermetic principle. All is mind. The mind is all. All is mind. And the mind is your universe. You create your own heaven in your mind. But you cannot do that if you have a lot of interference. Some people are very afraid to spend time alone, to be alone, eventually, you're born alone, you're going to die alone. You might as well spend some time alone so that the divine can reach you. On that note, see, where do you need to establish better boundaries? See all those hands? Just as I'm speaking, all these hands grabbing after this individual who's trying to ascend. See all those people that are talking to you all day, every second of the day, pulling on you. You got to find some time to meditate and be alone. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of yourself. They're trying to stop you from ascending. Got to set your boundaries. I mean, it came at a perfect time. I pulled that card right as I was saying that. One more message for the light workers. There we go. For the star seeds. What lights you up? Twin souls are definitely star seeds. What lights you up? What excites you? Do things this week that excites you. You do it for other people. Do whatever it is for yourself. I'm going to pull I don't usually use these cards. We're 30 minutes in, so I probably won't use these this time. I'll save these for the next time. But I'll go ahead and pull Romance Angels for the front line, twin souls that are watching. Let's see what 3 cards we can get. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. So, the divine union, which is not about love and somebody taking care of each other. I mean, taking care of you and you don't have to work and all this 3D stuff. Another thing, if you are twin souls, you work together on a mission that the divine appoints to you guys. You have separate missions, and then you'll have a mission together, or missions together. It's all about mission. You got 3D people worried about, oh, what's so much so, and what kind of car he drive, and what he doing, and what she doing, and what kind of job they got. That 3D stuff, that's for 3D. Go back to sleep. If you're on that level, close your eyes, go back to sleep. All awakened individuals understand the heart-to-heart conversations must be honest. Feelings must be discussed. There are no masks in this. Second card, working on your partnership. Give your relationship a chance. Don't pay any outside influences any attention. Any of the 3Ders that's worried about what type of material stuff you got and what's going on. I'm going to tell you now at this point in juncture where we are on planet Earth, the dire situation, the 911 that is happening and will continue to happen until this planet wakes up has nothing to do with what kind of house or car or any of that stuff that the 3D earthly planers are concerned about. Get on the higher plane. Ascend. Ascend. I don't know if you want to take it back to the Bible, to the Helios Biblios, the Sun book, the book that originated in Ecupta, Egypt, and was stolen and changed around and turned into something else, but still belongs to us, the indigenous. It states, be in the world, but not of the world. If you're still in the world, then you have not ascended. If you're of the world still, twin souls at this point in juncture should be in the world, on the 3D plane, but not of the 3D plane. We came here to shine the light, to be that anchor of light in the darkness, not to observe it, but to be active. We leave the observing for the people in the stands watching the game. We on the field, okay? Getting drugged. Because guess what? That's another one. This is another, I can't remember which scripture it is, but it's from the Helios Biblios. It's, you store up your riches in heaven. Right now, this is all about mission. You sit on a hill later when you retire, when you're done, and probably when you're done, you hang up your suit. I don't know, because I've been giving information on an as needed basis. But what I know for now is you're out in the field. Meaning the changes that are happening are not easy. Because how can you help someone who has it hard if you don't know anything about it being hard? Okay? That's one way. That's one higher logic. And then you can sit back and say, oh, your life should be easy. I don't know what spiritual initiations that person has gone through. And does it ever really stop? I don't know. Those parts of my Akashic records have not been revealed to me yet. Some has, but not that portion. At what point does it get easy? For those of you that are watching, I don't know. But I know it says, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. I remember looking at this card, wondering if that was true when my divine masculine and I were in separation. Yes, this is true. Staying optimistic and positive about your love life will. And expressing your love, not hiding how you really feel. Okay, so one more card, and then we'll wrap this reading up, because we're already at 37 minutes and some change. I love these cards, even though they're very basic. They're positive affirmation cards. They're always on point. Always on point. Let's pull one. Please, Divine, give us a good positive affirmation card for this week. Oh, the eclipse. The recent eclipse we had on Friday. Felt like it eclipsed out some of the negative karmic energy that was in the air that week before. A lot of eclipses sometimes bring in negative energy, but this eclipse, I think, was a lunar eclipse. It brought it blocked some of the negative emotions, which was good. I felt the energy lighten. But I was really tired, and when I'm really sleepy and can't stay awake, I know that the ancestors, the way showers, the divine wants to give me downloads. So I basically slept a lot that day and received a lot of downloads, a lot of lucid dreaming. So let's see, what advice do we need? You need to know that you are loved and accepted exactly as I am right here and right now. I see the world through eyes of love and acceptance. All is well in my world. Yeah, I see love and acceptance from the divine and myself and the divine part of myself. So all is well in my world. Because I don't care about the outside and how they feel. I accept myself. I love myself. Mm-hmm. Give yourself the acceptance. That's the most important thing. I now deserve love, romance, and joy, and all the good that life has to offer me. I am surrounded by love. All is well. Yes. Look at that divine masculine, divine feminine. It's all about love right now. And see, I now deserve love. Tell yourself that all day. I love this. I look forward to a healthy old age because I take loving care of my body now. Some people are afraid of getting old or think that because you're aging that you're getting worse, or I don't know what that ages thing is going around. But if you're blessed enough, you're going to get old. Um, and most of us twin souls have been waiting many, our whole lives for this moment. Um, so who cares about that? I am constantly discovering new ways to improve my health. Um, hey, it's all about how you take care of yourself. I mean, you can die young and pretty if you want to. I know plenty that didn't make it past 25. That I see that it took a lot for me to go, through the emotions of losing so many people that young from where I'm from. Um, and what I've been through and seen. I mean, I've died a couple times before 25. I'm surprised that I made it because I did not know who I was at the time. I know I did. People kept killing me and I kept coming back. And I never understood why. Now I do. But it's a blessing to age. And don't let nobody take that from you. I wouldn't trade my 20-some self for who I am today for nothing in the world. Because I didn't remember nothing, didn't know nothing. Didn't want to know, thought I knew everything but knew nothing. So it's a blessing to be of age. So that's a beautiful card. And I'll pull one more. I give a portion of my time to helping others. It is good for my own health. I am grateful for my healthy body. I love life. So yes, this week focus on your health routines. This week focus on being grateful for the years that you're given. I mean, most of your old souls watching this anyways. Um, know that you deserve love. Love yourself. Spend time alone. Um, know your position. Don't try to make a position fit. Know your position. I had a lady one time tell me when I first had my spiritual awakening, I found out I was a twin from the divine himself spoke. And I was so excited and I couldn't wait to tell somebody. I didn't know you couldn't trust anybody because I was fresh fish. And I was like, oh my God, I was just out the pond. I was like, oh my God, what is this? I didn't know anything about it. And so I went and told a girl, and she was like, well, I know I'm one of the chosen ones. I've been worshiping Jesus my whole life. And I went and spoke to an enlightened one, and they were basically like, if she knew what a twin soul was, she wouldn't think it was a club. She would probably be terrified. Um, about some of the situations and the towers and the dark nights of the soul and things that the twin souls have gone through. But it's all worth it because it's a sacrifice that we chose before we incarnated here. So nobody is to really understand, you know. Most people just want to know that they're special. And everyone here, every soul, has been given a special mission. And I wish you all luck and plenty of peace and happiness on your missions, whatever they may be. If you need to speak to me or you have anything you want to say, you can reach out to virtuosothegoddess@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to have any discussion with you that you need. If you need any help or any advice with anything, any advice on union, any advice on being a light worker, I mean, because I am out here and I'm not just in a video. Speaking of light work, I'm out here actually doing it every day. I have multiple missions. Some I'm not even aware of yet, but I got a lot already on this plate. But yeah, you can reach out to me. I'll be happy. That's what I came for. It's my honor and duty to do that. All right, so until the next time, mwah, mwah, mwah.